Drama 13, my name is Fabian Lopez. Today we will be finishing up our wand project. Here are some of the materials that we will be using in order to get that happen. So we have our references we have our prototype number 2 along with our sketch. Prototype number 2 I believe is the closest resemblance to my sketch. So I just have this right here for reference, and this is the piece of wood. This is from the same stick, by the way. This is the same piece of wood. I just cut it in half. All right, I broke it in half. And then in order to shape this as how it looks right now, I use this sand bandwidth saw right here. It's a little overdone from the 3 prototypes I made, so I will have to swap it out with a new band. So let's clean this up, swap out the bands, and then for the coloring and painting, we'll be moving on inside to do all that. So let's do this. Hello again, it is me. I forgot to record the beginning stages of the hot glue process, so this is what I've gotten done so far. I filled in this hole right here with hot glue. I made this side corresponding with this, and now I got a piece of sandpaper, so I'm gonna sand it down as neatly as possible, try to make it look pretty. And this is going to be like the middle part, like the stuff the thing that holds the base to the actual wand itself together. And after that, we're gonna do some painting and try to make it look as closely as possible to the sketch. So let's do that. When first trying to use the sandpaper, I wasn't able to use it, so instead I used the technique that was provided from in one of the modules, and I used the tip of the hot glue gun to smooth out the edges of the handle. Then I made the small pointy sides on the handle for more extra detail, and just wanted some more character instead of just the base of the handle. Once I finished that up, I started to work on the bottom of the wand for the dog nose inspiration, and for that I just made 2 big gulps circles next to each other, and then 1 small one to make it look like a dog's nose as such. After this, I pulled out strings of glue that was hanging from the wand, and then I cleaned up my area because a clean area is the best way to work. For this next portion, we will be painting the wand. I believe I finished up hot gluing for right now the sections that I need to glue. And for this, we're going to be using, I already pre-made some paint. With this, I used bright red, some blue, and some yellow, and then I also added little hints of black to get it like a darker shade. Here's the actual color like in the light, and predominantly I put in one color, one more of a certain color to get a certain brown that I want, because sometimes it comes out like aqua green, not aqua green, like a dark forest green, and that's not really what I want. I want like brown, because it's a stick, right? So I want brown, and yeah, so let's just get started on that. I have no idea why I said aqua green or dark forest green. It was a little bit, I mean, I can understand why I said dark forest green. I was stressed, okay? But predominantly it looked like a camo color. I was stressed. But right here, I'm just coating the base or the handle of the wand in the pre-made red, blue, yellow that I made, and with a little bit of black in it as well. I am letting it dry right here. And then right now I'm going to mix up some red and some yellow to get like a Raisin Cane kind of sauce color, and then put a little bit of blue to get a base coat of brown, a light brown. I'm then going to put in some more blue to get a darker hue, I believe. I believe that I'm using the right terminology, to use the second coating for
the wand. I then just added a metallic yellow gold for the thunder streaks on the mantle, the thing in the middle that holds the wand and the handle together. I used that. I then used my pocket knife to cut out lines on the wand to give it more depth and character, as you know, it's wear and tear of the wand. It's been used up, so that's what I used the knife for. I made sure to be extra careful because you don't want to stab your finger or something like that. So always have it on a flat surface, a base. You don't want to use a knife in the air carving something. I mean, unless you're a professional, but I mean, that's on you. That's on you if you cut your hand or something. Don't sue me. Yeah. And then give it a quick spin.
And for this last part, we are going to hot glue some moss that I collected at Kings Canyon Park when I collected the sticks. The way I preserved it was I just put it in a Ziploc as such and damped it with water first, put it in a Ziploc, and just put it in the fridge. So it's still fresh, still very fresh. And the way to preserve it after I hot glue it is to put it in another Ziploc. So that is what I will be doing right now. So let's hot glue this.
When starting the moss process, gluing the moss onto the wand process, I separated the moss and cut them out to figure out which piece I want to use on the wand itself. Looking at the shape, its size, and wrapping it around to make sure it looks neat. So I then just, got the moss, got the glue, glued the moss onto, or glued the wand first, and then I pressed the moss onto the glue. I made sure to cover as much glue as possible because I didn't want any strands going out.
Alrighty, and this is the final product of the wand. It's been like several days now since I've actually finished creating it. And this is how it came out. I've been putting it in the fridge. I have my box right here and my Ziploc. I first put it in the Ziploc and then I put it in the box because I didn't want anyone to destroy it or ruin it. Because why would cereal be in the fridge? Why? Why would people do that? I don't know why people do that. But anyways, this is how it came out. As you can see here, there's a streak right here that's a bit too thick that I wanted. As I stated before, I wasn't going to mess with this. It's in the back anyway, so it's not like in the front. But I didn't want to mess with it because I didn't want to chip the wood or just mess it up in general. The moss itself, I will admit, it doesn't feel as fresh as I thought it would. My second prototype, I put it in the fridge, and several days later, it was still fresh. I assure you, it was still fresh. But I think it's because I might have put too much glue on it, perhaps. But I mean, other than that, I'm still gonna put it back into the fridge, and hopefully it doesn't shrivel up until after our presentation. The doggy nose, it came out pretty well. Better than my third prototype, because that's when I actually tried it. It actually kind of looks like a dog's nose. It's pretty smooth. Maybe I could have stabbed it a little bit to give it some more dots and textures. Perhaps I could have done that. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with how it came out. And here is a snapshot of what it can do. So yeah, let's see what it can do. Render my video. You will render the clip. Please. Please. I'm done. I'm done.